Dubbed as a Nioh 2 open beta trial version, the official Nioh & Co Tech Mode America Twitter account has shared that players can experience the title on November 1st until November 10th, 2019. Nioh 2 already received a closed alpha earlier this year, but this beta test draws closer to the final version of the game, which was announced to be releasing in early 2020. The beta will be available as a free download on the PlayStation Store. Recently, we also got to see a brand new trailer during the Tokyo Game Show 2019, which featured the Village of the Cursed Blossoms, the opening location for the title. There was also more about the yokai as well as the guardian spirits. Nioh 2 will release on PlayStation 4 in early 2020. Capcom announces a roadmap for free updates for Monster Hunter World Iceborne, which includes the Horizon Zero Dawn Frozen Wilds crossover event and a new monster coming in December 2019. In the recent update roadmap for Iceborne, Capcom have outlined what's to come this year and 2020. The update in October was already announced during the Tokyo Game Show, including the arrival of the ferocious Rajang. The second update comes in the form of the crossover event, which was shared by Capcom earlier, Horizon Zero Dawn The Frozen Wilds. Later in December will be the second and third event quests for Frozen Wilds, a seasonal event, and the addition of a new monster. So far they have announced that the arrival of Rajang, but it looks like the second post-launch edition is coming at the end of the year. There are also plans for the second anniversary for Monster Hunter World, with title updates coming in 2020. Monster Hunter World Iceborne is available on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, with PC launching in January 2020. 3 of the Dragon Quest titles are coming to Nintendo Switch this September, which includes Dragon Quest, Dragon Quest II, and Dragon Quest III. The official Dragon Quest Twitter account has announced that the first 3 titles will be coming to North America and for the first time in Europe for console. The Switch version of Dragon Quest II, Luminaries of the Legendary Line, and Dragon Quest III, The Seeds of Salvation will be joining the eShop on September 27th, priced at $4.99, $6.49, and $12.49 accordingly. The Dragon Quest series first released in 1986 and quickly gained traction, resulting in a growing fanbase of millions worldwide. The titles follow the RPG genre and will now be part of a modern collection, but will still feature the simple controls to best mimic the original gameplay. Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 will be releasing on the Nintendo Switch on September 27th, 2019. Publisher Bandai Namco and developer Level 5 have released a trailer for the launch of Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch. Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch came to new platforms on September 20th, with PlayStation 4 and PC getting a remastered version, while the Switch received the original. The title gets a launch trailer featuring a young boy, Oliver, who sets on a journey to save his mother in another world. The game features storyboard animation created by the infamous Studio Ghibli, and the trailer teases the emotional story, so get ready for the feels. Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch sets to whisk you away on an adventure, now available on the Switch and remastered version for PlayStation 4 and PC. According to a report, E3 2020 will be switching up a few details, including featuring a new floor plan, an industry-only day, and more. In a report by GameDaily.biz about next year's E3, there are going to be a number of changes to the convention as a pitch creates a large overhaul. One of those changes includes adding experience hubs, which will feature celebrity appearances. According to the article, the Entertainment Software Association are hoping to rebrand E3 into a fan, media, and influencer festival. They will also create exclusive appointment-only activations for select attendees who will create buzz and FOMO. Compared to other gaming events this year, E3 2019 saw only 66,000 entries, and when you look at Gamescom 2019, which has 373,000 over the course of 4 days, that's very different. E3 2019 also saw a few noticeable absences, one of the biggest being Sony, which was the first time in 24 years. But this looks to be a proactive way for E3 to grab more relevance. E3 2020 sets to return to the LA Convention Center from June 9th to 11th. The isometric RPG Disco Elysium has a release date, which has been announced by developer Zaum. The detective story-based RPG is releasing this October and puts you in the role of detective as you use a unique skill system to solve crimes. Disco Elysium is an isometric RPG with plenty of freedom of choice and attempts to stay faithful to tabletop role-playing games in a video game setting. The title has turn-based gameplay and is set in an open world where players can venture through and experience its unique animations. You can look forward to this indie title on October 16th when Disco Elysium will be releasing on Steam and GOG. Developer CD Projekt Red shares more about how their previous title, The Witcher 3, and how it will influence their upcoming sci-fi Cyberpunk 2077 in terms of DLC. In a recent interview with VGC level designer for Cyberpunk 2077, Max Pierce talked about how The Witcher 3's DLC would make an impact on how Cyberpunk 2077 would receive downloadable content, also sharing more about the side quest design and other aspects of the game. Piers goes on to say that The Witcher 3 has helped the developer in shaping downloadable content, and it will be from this experience that will determine how they will apply that to Cyberpunk. According to Piers, the side quests are just as important as the main story because of the size of the world, which is something that they have discovered in The Witcher 3 side quests. Cyberpunk 2077 will release on PC, PS4 and Xbox One on April 16, 2020. Sony have announced their next State of Play episode will release on September 24th. State of Play is a series in which Sony shares a number of updates and will go live on Tuesday 24th September at 4 PM EDT or 1 PM PDT. The latest installment of this video series will last around 20 minutes according to the PlayStation blog. So what will this episode contain? According to the post, there will be some new game reveals, new content from PlayStation's worldwide studios, and a host of other updates, but those who are hoping to get some more information on the next generation of consoles shouldn't get their hopes up. Also, Sony hinted at a fresh new look for State of Play. If you want to catch it live, be sure to tune in to Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook. This is the third installment of State of Play, with the last being streamed back in May. This will be a chance to find out what's happening with a number of PlayStation games as Sony was absent from E3 this year. Publisher Focus Home Interactive and developer Deck 13 have released a new trailer featuring the action RPG's enemy slicing combat. As we draw nearer to the release of this sci-fi sequel, The Surge 2, Deck 13 have released a new trailer set to some rather calming music, which is contrasted with some rather violent non-stop action. The action RPG features a system that lets you rip limbs off your enemies and claim their armor or weapons, but don't take our word for it. Watch the limb-eliminating combat in the trailer. The Surge 2 will release on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC on September 24th, and is currently available to pre-order. Well, that's it for the Week in the Wikis. Please join us again next week for yet another great week of gaming. Remember to check out our VIP program for some exclusive supporter benefits. And budding writers should take advantage of our Become an Author initiative. Thanks again for being part of this great community. Keep checking in with us with news, reviews, YouTube streams and vids, and general wiki goodness.